Charles Hampden-Turner, Riding the Waves of Culture, Understanding Diversity in Global Business. Dive into the world of culture with Riding the Waves of Culture, Understanding Diversity in Global Business by Charles Hampden-Turner. This book explores how culture influences human behavior and the ways we interact in various settings, from family life to business negotiations. Hampden-Turner reveals cultural orientations such as universalism versus particularism, and individualism versus communitarianism, demonstrating how these play out in real-life scenarios. Gain insight into the subtleties of personal relationships across different cultures and learn about the importance of achieving it, particularly for international business. This book summary will guide you through navigating the complexities of cultural diversity and help you better understand the role of culture in the global business landscape.
Cultural orientations. Culture is the foundation of how we organize our lives, from personal relationships to societal interactions. Cultural orientations shape our actions and beliefs, with universalists following strict rules and particularists valuing exceptions. Communitarians prioritize group needs, while individualists focus on personal goals. Understanding these orientations is essential, as they can impact ethical dilemmas such as lying for a colleague. Culture permeates everything we do, whether we realize it or not. It reveals itself in how we act towards family, strangers, nature, signals, and obstacles. Cultural orientations influence our behavior, and it's crucial to identify which ones align with your beliefs. The book highlights several cultural orientations that can either complement or clash with each other. Overall, culture is a force as significant as gravity. We may not notice it until we leap, but it shapes our existence profoundly. Cultural differences in ethics. A survey of 30,000 people from various countries was conducted to determine the differences in ethics between universalist and particularist cultures. Universalists prioritize the rule of law, while particularists prioritize personal relationships. For instance, the survey revealed that less than 75% of French and Japanese respondents prioritize universalism. In contrast, over 90% of Dutch, Romanians, British, Australians, Irish, Canadians, and Americans prioritize universalism. Venezuelan, Nepalese, South Korean, and Russian respondents were found to be more particularist. These cultures favored lying to protect a friend. Additionally, the survey showed that flexible cultures such as Serbians, Russians, Czechs, Egyptians, and Venezuelans were more adaptable in their responses. The author also relates these cultural differences to business settings. Universalists prioritize getting deals done while particularists view establishing personal relationships as more important. The author provides examples of how these cultural differences can lead to misunderstandings and failed negotiations. In conclusion, the author encourages individuals to understand and respect cultural differences in ethics to succeed in a global business environment. Individualism versus communitarianism in business. In his book, the author emphasizes the importance of understanding the impact of individualism and communitarianism on business in various cultures. Through exercises and surveys, the book explores scenarios such as a nuclear power plant accident and analyzes the responses of different groups to determine how fault should be assigned. The survey showed that there was little agreement on this issue among different cultures and highlighted the need for businesses to consider these cultural differences when making management decisions. The book reveals that understanding cultural differences is vital to creating a successful business environment. Cultural orientation. Cultural orientations significantly influence and complicate human interactions in ways that we might not always understand. This book explores various cultural orientations, including communitarian, achievement, ascriptive, neutral, and effective, and how individuals from each culture tend to perceive and relate to one another. For instance, in a communitarian culture, traveling alone or being individualistic could be perceived as lacking status, while in an achievement culture, academic qualifications take precedence. The book also highlights how those from effective cultures might express feelings more openly than those from cultures that prize controlling and concealing emotions. The examples provided depict the influence of cultural orientations on workplace interactions and negotiations, as well as nonverbal communication. Understanding cultural orientations is important for successful communication and cooperation in today's globalized world. Types of relationships in professional settings. The concept of diffuse and specific relationships is explored in this book summary. Diffuse relationships are those where a person in a managerial role continues to carry their authority outside of the office, while a specific relationship sees an individual stepping down to a lower level to fit in with non-managerial colleagues. These ties can vary depending on the places they're found, with the French and Germans having clear separation between business and private spaces. The author also remarks on the need for standardization in organizational design and procedures to promote efficiency as markets and economies become increasingly global. The way that a person relates to others in a professional context can have serious impacts on business relationships. Specifically, it can cause disagreement and hurt when one partner crosses professional and personal boundaries in a way that the other finds inappropriate. This risk increases when diffuse and specific partners work together. As such, business people need to be mindful of the different types of relationships that they may encounter in their professional lives, and the potential consequences that their choices can have. Status and culture. The role of status in cultures is a powerful force. It can be ascribed or achieved. Education, age, and experience are often predictors of business behavior, but in Catholic, Hindu, and Buddhist countries, ascribed status takes priority. In Protestant countries, capitalism is legitimized through religious beliefs. Family background plays a significant role in determining respect in Kuwait, while Swedes and Irish view it as irrelevant. When working with ascription-based cultures, it is vital to have senior members on your team with impressive titles to fulfill their expectations. The value of shared time expectations. Effective managers understand the cultural differences in time orientation and aim for a shared expectation of its value. Sequential cultures, prevalent in England, Northern Europe, and New York, prioritize deadlines and scheduling, unlike synchronic cultures. Synchronic thinking allows a person to track several parallel activities. For instance, a butcher might serve all salami customers at once instead of wrapping and unwrapping meat slices for each. The article emphasizes the importance of synchronized time management, which aids in reducing chaos and enhancing productivity in a culturally diverse workplace. How different cultures view nature. Some cultures see nature as a machine to be controlled while others believe it should be protected. A survey showed that 68% of Romanians and 56% of Cubans believe in reining in nature, while only 9% of Bahrainis do. The control of nature relates to the perceived control of one's own fate. 88% of Israelis felt self-sufficient, close to the 83% of Uruguayans and ahead of Norwegians and Americans. On the other hand, only 33% of Venezuelan managers believed they were in control of their own fate.
In conclusion, riding the waves of culture, understanding diversity in global business provides valuable insights into the intricacies of cultural diversity. Through exploring a variety of cultural orientations, Charles Hampden-Turner highlights the importance of understanding different perspectives and behaviors in global business situations. From the role of personal relationships to decision-making challenges in the workplace, the book presents real-life scenarios to illustrate the impact of cultural diversity. Whether for personal enrichment or as preparation for international business endeavors, this book will enhance your understanding of global cultural differences and teach you how to successfully navigate the ever-diversifying world of business.